Howdy, my name is Cloudy. Welcome back to the channel. So if you didn't check out the last video, make sure you check it out my last videos. You know what I'm saying? Today, we got a video from Everything Always. Apparently, Marvel just delayed Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. We was just having this conversation last video, bro. They always delaying stuff, bro. But apparently, they got a good reason why.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything
anyway,
Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. I was just in the middle of wrapping up a different video when the news broke less than 10 minutes ago, and coming from one of the most trusted Hollywood trades in Variety, Marvel Studios has officially delayed Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars.
See, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This date right here is not bad. This date right here is not bad. They pushing it back to December. Bro, these are Christmas gifts. These are going to be next year and the year after that Christmas gifts from Marvel to us. So honestly, I think this is beautiful. But what day, though? Is it going to be on my birthday?
Or they also changed or removed 3 or 4 untitled Marvel dates that no longer are on the Disney official theatrical release calendar. And given the latest rumors about an expanded Phase 6, this would seem to support that theory 100%. We're going to go through this entire article. We have the brand new release dates for you, talk about how far they've been moved, and why it actually makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of context to this. We're breaking it all down, the official delays.
When you think about it, bro, it don't come out until 2026, 2027. So it's really like, bro, why are y'all delaying it? Y'all already got like hella time to do what y'all gotta do, you know? But what I'm thinking is probably because a lot of these actors probably do got other things, like other roles and stuff like that they have picked up throughout the year and stuff, and they probably gotta go and do that. And they probably trying to make sure those actors that come to Marvel, make sure they got some rest in between, you know, filming and all that stuff, which is understandable. It's a lot of actors right now that's filming back to back. They'll film in one state, and then that same day after they done filming there, they got to go to the other state to go film for something else. That's tiring, bro. You know what I'm saying?
To Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, and now the new release dates. But quickly, first, if you could grab that subscribe button. Thanks to everyone who's been helping grow the community. And if you haven't already, I just kindly invite you to hit the sub button. It's the #1 thing you can do to support us here at the channel. Plus, it enters you for the giveaways if you want. Stick around at the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so as I said, this just broke moments ago from Variety under the headline Avengers delayed. Marvel pushes Doomsday and Secret Wars to December 2026 and 2027. They go on to report, the Avengers will need a few more months to assemble. Disney has delayed the release of Marvel Studios' upcoming team-up features, Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Doomsday is now set to debut on December 18th, 2026, moving about 7 months off its originally slated date of May 1st, 2026.
That's not bad, bro. See, the reason why I don't think it's bad, bro, because, like, see, it would be bad if they delayed it and then the release date wasn't close to Christmas. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I think this is good that they pushing it back towards closer to Christmas. Now that I hear their date, they said December 18th. I honestly think they should drop the movie around December 20th or December 22nd. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more closer to Christmas, because when you think about it, bro, there is a lot of people that watch Marvel movies. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of older folks, a lot of younger folks, they do watch that. I feel like Marvel really brings the older and younger generation together. You know what I'm saying? These are like some of the only movies, TV shows that you'll catch people from all age ranges sitting in the same room watching it together. You know what I'm saying? It's something they can kind of relate to, I guess, without having to really say, oh, you're not old enough to compare. You know what I mean? But I think it's dope, though, because everybody will be at home chilling with their family. People most likely going to get money on Christmas, stuff like that. So they're going to have the bread to pay for the movie and watch it at home with their whole family. It's something they can do for Christmas Day. So I think it's perfect. They probably didn't even mean to do it, but if they did, this is a perfect marketing strategy, bro.
The follow-up Avengers Secret Wars is moving its release date to December 17th, 2027, after previously being slated for May 7th, 2027. Announced both Avengers delays Thursday afternoon alongside a sweeping reorganization of its coming theatrical slate. Notably, the new calendar saw the studio remove several unannounced Marvel titles off its calendar. The date of February 13th, 2026, previously slotted for...
Bro said untitled stuff, bro. So were they making stuff in the background without telling us, bro? See, I'm telling you, the studios don't be telling us everything. They tell us a little bit, but they do be keeping some things secret, you know? I wonder what they was working
Titled
on.
Marvel project has been removed from the schedule. Meanwhile, the dates of November 6, 2026 and November 5th, 2027, also previously set for untitled Marvel features, have been amended to simply untitled Disney films. Now, the article goes on to point out that moving Doomsday to when they moved it now means that the only thing slated for next year until December is Spider-Man 4 Brand New Day, which we had heard.
So, are they now finna put Spider-Man 4 before? Bro, this one, bro, y'all had it right the first time. At first, they was gonna bring out Spider-Man 4 before the Avengers movies. And then they switched and they was like, nah, Spider-Man 4 is gonna come out in between the Avengers movies. And now it seems like Spider-Man 4 is finna come out before them. Bro, they keep doing this, bro. I'm telling you, usually the first plan you got, bro, is the perfect plan. You see how they just circle right back around to it, bro?
Rumored to be a prequel now to Avengers Doomsday and will make a lot
so
more
now
sense
they can
in
do
the
a lot
timeline
more
of the MCU.
with Spider-Man 4.
That is not the only reason they ended up moving these films. First of which, it's sort of intrinsic to, as they explained, it's a huge theatrical slate mix-up. And so for those untitled Marvel movies that didn't have titles attached yet, don't go crying any tears for them, because there's a good chance there weren't any Marvel movies already slated for that. There were sweeping changes always coming based on a million reports over the last 2 months about Marvel shaking up their entire creative directive, and that included the films as well as TV. We're just now getting to see what that looks like, and if you add on top of that, again, what I mentioned during the prologue about the rumors of an expanded Phase 6 or giving themselves more time to shoot some other films in context of the story.
So this is, hold on. Wait, nah, I'm tripping. Phase 6, okay, I'm tripping.
That may be a silver lining of why they've moved things. But look, in that report, I said there's a limited bandwidth for Marvel Studios. That's what got them in trouble in the first place, because Kevin Feige couldn't be hands-on with quality control. So while there are a ton of rumors out there right now about a Doctor Strange 3 coming out next year instead, which we just reported on days ago, etc., it doesn't seem very likely that Marvel Studios has been secretly working on scripts for films like Doctor Strange 3, and all of a sudden they're going to take their place and they're going to put out extra movies in Phase 6. More likely the case, these movies have moved because Marvel and the Russos and everybody need an extra 7 months in order to shoot them. Look, it's already well known that Marvel loves their rewrites, loves their pickup reshoots.
Look,
and under the
I'm not going to be mad at it, especially if it's going to be a really good movie at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I won't be mad. And like I said, the release date they gave us is honestly a very good release date for them having to push it back. It's a perfect release date around Christmas. Everybody already, a lot of people don't even go to movie theaters like they used to no more. So when you really think about it, bro, it's honestly perfect for an at-home watch on Christmas, on a Christmas holiday, bro. Perfect thing to watch. Everybody gonna be watching inside the house, watching movies, watching TV shows, chilling with the family, eating food, opening presents, stuff like that. Everybody gonna be traveling somewhere else to go chill with family. Y'all can have a whole entire family sitting at home watching y'all movies, bro, as opposed to them not trying to go to a movie theater because there's too many of them. You know what I mean? Like, or they just don't want to have to buy all the tickets. Y'all can like sell this movie on one of the streaming apps like Netflix. Y'all can sell it on Netflix. Y'all can sell it on Amazon Prime. Y'all can sell it on Hulu. Y'all can sell this movie for about $20 to $25, which is pretty much what you're gonna spend if you was to take a couple of homies to the movie theaters and buy some tickets. So you know the tickets be like $5 to $6. So it would be around the same price anyway. You know what I'm saying? And plus, it will be a lot better if people could watch it at home. They'll love to do it that way anyway.
Current timeline, I think it's perfect, there wasn't going to be time for any of that. Leave out all of the CGI and that stuff. Just doing reshoots when you realize a scene doesn't work, or rewrites when you realize you need to change a narrative plot point. As given the current timetable with May 2026 and May 2027, there was no time for any of that. By giving themselves well into next year, that means that they can shoot principal photography, get into post, see what works, and they still have all of 2026 to do pickup shots and changes before December 2026 and December 2027. They also know that skipping that May release date that has always worked so well for the biggest Avengers dates can only be made up by putting it out in December around the holidays, the other biggest box office time of the year. So Marvel thought long and hard about this, and I think that's where all the rumors we were hearing about Spider-Man 4 being a prequel that didn't quite make sense if it was set between the two Avengers Avengers films now means it's a lot more likely that's true, because it's coming before Avengers Doomsday. Doesn't have to worry about any of that mess.
Yeah, no, I think about it, bro. I can't wait to hear a little bit more news about Spider-Man, because guarantee you, bro, some things are about to change now, because Spider-Man is coming out first, so they're gonna be able to do a lot more with Spider-Man that they probably wasn't gonna be able to do due to the fact that it was gonna be like the beginning of the end from Avengers Doomsday. Now all they gotta worry about for Spider-Man 4 is how it ends, so it could connect to the other movies if they wanted to connect. But I think the reason why they wanted to come out first is because now they can really kind of make it a street level movie, and they don't really have to follow the storyline too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just focus on like the last 10 to 15 minutes to make sure that kind of ties into the Avengers movies. You'll be straight, as opposed to worrying about the whole entire movie tying into it.
Round level story, like we're hearing with all these villains. Before we get to Doomsday, and then of course Tom Holland will have the rest of this year, next year, outside of shooting on Spider-Man 4, to make it into Avengers Doomsday as well. Not to mention any of the contract holdouts that we have still reported for the additional cast that possibly still haven't signed while they've already started shooting. So all
with Geico.
This just makes sense, and from every angle. Marvel's reshuffling, the timetable of the slate in the MCU, how long it takes to shoot films that are this big and this important. And so I think it was probably a very safe bet, if you were able to get odds on something like this, to say that they were going to move again. And I wouldn't even be surprised if this isn't the last move and they end up getting moved to May of 2027 and May of 2028, just 5 months after
December is
the new release
date.
dates that are 7 months after the original. And look, I know fans are going to feel all sorts of ways about it getting delayed and it not coming out next year, etc. But the real fans, we don't care. We just want the movies to be as good as possible. We will wait as long as it takes. I am actually more relieved than disappointed to hear this, and I'm guessing, if I had to guess, and I will look in the comments, a lot of you feel the same way. We're still getting Spider-Man next summer, it's no big deal, and we'll wait May to December for the movies to be that much better. I already know there are going to be some out there who try to spin the headlines, Avengers Doomsday in trouble, Disney in trouble, going bankrupt, go woke, go broke, blah blah blah. Whatever, if that's your take, that's cool, but I think this is just more logic and practicality than anything. I don't think there was ever a shot in the world they were going to be able to shoot these two movies in 1 year and not need extra time for pickups. It's Marvel Studios.
Yeah, I feel like everybody who really is a fan of Marvel kind of knew this was going to come sooner or later. They were going to delay. Cause that's what Marvel do, bro. They delay stuff, bro. Let's be honest, they do. You know what I'm saying? But what I like about it is the fact that they thought about what date to delay it to. You know what I'm saying? They chose a very perfect month. Like I said, I really do think they should drop it on the 22nd or 23rd of December instead of the 18th. But maybe they're doing the 18th so it can kind of make its rounds, you know what I'm saying? And then leading up to Christmas, they might do it like half off because it's been out for a few days, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's they plan on doing it that way. I'm still glad it's coming out around Christmas, though. I really think that's a perfect and a very, what's the word? A very considerate gift of Marvel. You know what I'm saying?
Their track record with the rest of these films. Of course they were going to need 7 extra months, if not longer. But you guys, of course, let me know all your thoughts down in the comments. I'm sure you will. Let me know if you're disappointed or otherwise. I am all ears, as always. Quickly.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. I like it, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think they should have done. Y'all think they should have never just told us a date at all? They should have just said what year it's coming out, so people will kind of know, like, okay, we know it's coming out this year, just we don't know what month yet. Or y'all proud that they letting us know, like, yeah, we changing it, but we changing it close to Christmas. Because, you know, my birthday's in December. So I'm honestly very happy about this in general. I get two Marvel movies during this month.